Can you imagine the shockwaves ripping through the NFL world today? Lamar Jackson, the electrifying quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens, widely celebrated for his unparalleled agility, game-changing improvisation, and ability to rewrite the script on Sunday afternoons, has reportedly made a jaw-dropping decision that nobody saw coming. Sources that are whispering through the corridors of the league suggest that Jackson, after years of being the cornerstone of Baltimore's offense, is now allegedly set to cross one of the most heated divides in football history. Yes, you heard it right. Whispers, hints, and insider chatter all point to Jackson donning the black and gold of the Pittsburgh Steelers. This move, if it comes to fruition, will be seismic not just for the teams involved, but for the entire AFC North rivalry, which has long been a theater of intense battles, historical grudges, and gridiron theatrics that leave fans glued to their screens. Imaginations are running wild as analysts and enthusiasts alike try to piece together how Jackson's unique style, with his dizzying speed and pinpoint decision-making, will translate to a Steelers offense that has had its own identity struggles in recent seasons. Questions abound, speculations flare, and social media is erupting with opinions, hot takes, and, of course, memes. The potential ramifications of such a blockbuster move are enormous, touching far more than just the two franchises directly involved. Lamar Jackson's rumored transition to Pittsburgh could fundamentally alter the balance of power within the AFC North, injecting a level of unpredictability and excitement that rivalries dream of but seldom achieve. Baltimore, once a fortress of offensive innovation under Jackson's leadership, now faces the daunting task of recalibrating its strategy, rethinking personnel deployment, and managing a fan base that has long worshipped the quarterback's jaw-dropping runs and impossible throws. Meanwhile, the Steelers, whose history is steeped in tradition, toughness, and occasional quarterback uncertainty, would find themselves suddenly blessed or burdened with a talent capable of transforming the league's perception of what their team can achieve. Rumors hint at clandestine meetings, late-night negotiations, and agents working tirelessly behind closed doors, feeding the fire of speculation with carefully curated leaks and strategic ambiguity. Social media chatter has escalated to fever pitch, with fans dissecting highlight reels, statistical comparisons, and potential offensive schemes as they attempt to envision Lamar Jackson wearing the black and gold. Pundits are weighing in, some excited by the hypothetical matchups, others incredulous at the idea, and the rumor mill is spinning faster than ever, creating a narrative that feels almost too cinematic to be real. Insiders suggest that this is not just a spontaneous decision. There are layers, motivations, and career considerations that make Jackson's rumored move so compelling. Beyond the immediate flash of headlines, there's an intricate web of contract negotiations, coaching philosophies, and strategic visions that could have guided Jackson toward this controversial leap. Imagine a quarterback of his caliber weighing not only monetary incentives, but the chance to redefine his legacy, to challenge himself in a fresh environment, and to leave an indelible mark on one of the league's most storied franchises. The psychological element cannot be overstated. A player of Jackson's stature must consider the expectations, pressures, and potential criticisms of joining a rival team whose fan base is as passionate and scrutinizing as Baltimore's. Early speculation indicates that the Steelers' management may have been meticulously preparing for a move like this, identifying Jackson as the missing piece to rejuvenate their offense, attract attention, and reignite hope for playoff contention. Every analyst seems to have a theory, from imagining dynamic play-action schemes to visualizing quarterback runs that leave linebackers grasping at air, and each scenario fuels the rumor further. Meanwhile, Ravens fans are caught in a maelstrom of disbelief, disappointment, and disbelief all at once, generating social media storms, memes, and heated debates that fill timelines across platforms. Every insider comment, whether vague or direct, is dissected with magnifying precision, making this one of the most discussed and scrutinized stories of the season. And yet, the story doesn't end with just a headline or a social media post. It spirals into questions that dominate sports talk shows, podcasts, and locker room conversations alike. How will Lamar Jackson integrate into a system designed around different offensive philosophies? What does this mean for the existing Steelers quarterbacks, their depth chart, and the overall team chemistry that has been carefully cultivated over years? Speculation suggests that coaches may be ready to tweak their schemes, invent new formations, and maximize Jackson's dual-threat ability in ways that could astonish both fans and opponents. Rumors also hint at internal deliberations, late-night strategy sessions, and an atmosphere of controlled chaos behind closed doors, where every pass, every play, and every formation is debated and analyzed ad nauseum. Social media, of course, is alive with speculation, and highlight reels from previous seasons are being scrutinized frame by frame to predict how Jackson's unique skill set will mesh with Pittsburgh's roster. Fantasy football managers are also buzzing, recalculating projections, trades, and draft strategies in light of the shocking whispers. The emotional undertones are palpable as fans express heartbreak, hope, and wild excitement in equal measure, creating a narrative that feels almost cinematic, like a blockbuster unfolding in real time. Indeed, the rumor is so tantalizing that even casual fans can't help but follow every update, every leak, every cryptic tweet, and every insider hint as if it were a live soap opera with a gridiron twist. Reports indicate that Jackson's rumored departure is layered with complexities that go beyond the mere logistics of team change, encompassing not only professional ambitions but personal dynamics, family considerations, and a desire for a fresh challenge. Sources claim that conversations behind the scenes have been intense, nuanced, and strategic, with agents, coaches, and team executives maneuvering like chess players anticipating each move and countermove. The narrative emerging from these whispers is filled with late-night calls, clandestine dinners, and secretive visits to facilities, all adding mystique and drama to what is already being hailed as one of the most stunning potential trades in modern NFL history. The psychological impact on both fan bases cannot be overstated, as the Ravens must grapple with the shock of losing a franchise quarterback, while Steelers supporters are faced with the exhilarating prospect of a new era defined by Jackson's athletic genius. Analysts speculate endlessly, creating countless what-if scenarios that range from immediate playoff dominance to potential struggles of integration, all fueled by the enigmatic aura surrounding Jackson's style of play. The rumor mill, in its relentless momentum, continues to generate new layers of intrigue, feeding off social media reactions, incidentally. Some insiders suggest that beyond the immediate football implications, Lamar Jackson's rumored leap to the Steelers could also redefine the perception of loyalty, legacy, and player empowerment in the modern NFL era. Historically, such moves across divisional rivals have carried layers of controversy, emotional backlash, and intense scrutiny, yet Jackson's unique profile as an elite dual-threat quarterback adds a dimension of sheer spectacle to the situation. The narrative emerging from whispers, leaks, and analyst speculation paints a picture of calculated risk, professional ambition, and the hunger to challenge norms, compelling fans to reconsider conventional wisdom about player-team loyalty, career strategy, and the fluidity of sports allegiances. Every fan reaction, whether incredulous, excited, or anxious, contributes to a shared cultural moment, creating an atmosphere where rumor, anticipation, and expectation collide in ways that feel cinematic, almost scripted, yet palpably real. Discussions extend beyond playbooks, statistics, or game day predictions, delving into broader cultural and psychological narratives, such as identity, competition, and the pursuit of greatness in high-stakes professional environments. The story transcends a mere rumor. It becomes a reflection of the complex interplay between talent, opportunity, and human ambition, as observers try to decipher not just what Jackson might do on the field, but what his choice signifies for the league, fans, and the evolution of modern sports narratives. In this context, the rumor itself transforms into an event, a phenomenon that dominates attention, fuels debate, and solidifies Lamar Jackson's status as both an athletic superstar and a central figure in the ever-evolving theater of professional football. The potential arrival of Lamar Jackson in Pittsburgh is already sparking a frenzy that extends far beyond the stadium walls, with speculation spilling into every corner of the NFL ecosystem, from broadcast studios to social media feeds, podcasts, and casual fan discussions. Rumors suggest that executives are meticulously plotting how to integrate Jackson's unique skill set into offensive schemes that balance both traditional Steelers power football with the quarterback's signature improvisational flair. Coaches are reportedly envisioning plays that leverage Jackson's speed, agility, and uncanny ability to escape collapsing pockets, creating a dynamic attack that could bewilder defenses and rewrite strategic expectations across the league. Meanwhile, social media analysts and fans alike are dissecting every highlight from Jackson's past seasons, scrutinizing runs, passes, and audibles frame by frame to predict how he might mesh with Pittsburgh's roster, offensive line, and receiving core. Whispered reports hint at late-night discussions, virtual strategy sessions, and private film reviews where coaching staff and front office personnel debate, refine, and imagine multiple scenarios for a quarterback whose presence could instantly alter the league's balance of power. The ripple effects are enormous, creating a narrative where every comment, leak, or cryptic tweet intensifies the speculation, fuels media cycles, and keeps the story alive in a way that few rumors ever manage to achieve, ensuring that Jackson's rumored move dominates conversations for weeks to come. Industry insiders suggest that the ripple effects of Jackson's potential switch are not limited to strategy or tactics, but extend to team culture, locker room dynamics, and even fan psychology, as each stakeholder attempts to process the implications of what could be the most sensational quarterback transition in recent memory. Baltimore, long accustomed to Jackson's improvisational genius and charismatic leadership, would face not just the challenge of replacing talent, but of managing the emotional fallout from a fan base reeling with disbelief, betrayal, and nostalgia for highlight reel moments that defined an era. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh supporters are reportedly oscillating between excitement, skepticism, and obsessive curiosity, envisioning scenarios where Jackson's rushing ability, quick decision-making, and audacious plays transform the Steelers into a formidable force in the AFC North. Behind the scenes, agents and executives are allegedly engaged in intense negotiations that involve intricate clauses, performance incentives, and long-term strategic planning, highlighting the delicate balance between immediate impact and sustained success. Analysts on television, radio, and online platforms are constructing multiple projections, from playoff dominance to potential growing pains, with each theory further fueling the rumor machine. Fantasy football managers are recalculating lineups, trades, and predictions, while social media threads erupt with passionate debate over the feasibility, implications, and potential outcomes of Jackson's rumored leap. Each detail, whether verified or speculative, contributes to a mounting narrative that blurs the lines between rumor, expectation, and inevitable intrigue. Reports circulating in the rumor mill emphasize that Lamar Jackson's alleged move to Pittsburgh is more than a transactional shift. It represents a tectonic realignment of league narratives, rivalry tension, and star power dynamics. Fans, analysts, and insiders are reportedly dissecting every angle, from coaching adjustments to offensive schemes that could be rewritten overnight, reflecting the profound impact a quarterback of Jackson's versatility could have on both his new team and opponents across the league. Whispers suggest clandestine meetings, late-night calls, and subtle leaks designed to gauge public reaction, creating a theatrical atmosphere that amplifies anticipation and fuels speculation. Meanwhile, social media is overflowing with memes, highlight compilations, and heated debate as fans attempt to visualize how Jackson's style, his unique combination of improvisation, speed, and audacious plays, might blend with Pittsburgh's historically disciplined offensive approach. Analysts are projecting hypothetical scenarios, considering how opposing defenses will adjust, how coaching philosophies might evolve, and how the quarterback's presence could shift playoff probabilities. Even casual observers are captivated, eagerly dissecting every cryptic headline, hint, and insider whisper, creating a collective sense of suspense and expectation. Each rumor, whether grounded in fact or speculation, adds layers of intrigue, transforming what could have been a simple off-season story into a saga that dominates headlines, feeds debate, and cements Jackson as one of the most talked-about figures in football history. Speculation further intensifies around the potential ripple effects on team chemistry, as insiders claim that locker room dynamics could experience both challenges and rejuvenation with Jackson's rumored arrival. Teammates may need to adjust to a quarterback whose improvisational style challenges traditional structures, while coaches may consider novel approaches to optimize the dual-threat potential that has become Jackson's trademark. Analysts suggest that integrating Jackson into the Steelers' system could spark innovation, forcing opponents to rethink defensive alignments, blitz strategies, and coverage schemes, essentially reshaping not just one team, but the strategic landscape of the entire conference. Fans, meanwhile, are increasingly fixated on the narrative, generating viral content, debates, and speculative videos imagining highlight reel plays, impossible escapes, and audacious touchdown runs that could define Pittsburgh's identity. Rumors indicate that management is not only considering Jackson's immediate impact, but also long-term vision, encompassing branding, marketability, and legacy, further emphasizing the multidimensional significance of this rumored move. Every cryptic social media post, insider tip, or media comment adds fuel to a fire that refuses to subside, creating a continuous loop of speculation, excitement, and fan-driven narrative that elevates this rumor from mere news into a cultural phenomenon within professional football circles. Analysts, coaches, and fans alike are captivated, continuously trying to predict the unpredictable, highlighting the unparalleled intrigue surrounding Jackson's potential leap. Insiders hint that beyond strategy and on-field performance, Jackson's rumor transition could redefine the nature of player mobility, rivalry dynamics, and the power of elite quarterbacks to shape league narratives. Historical precedent shows that moves between divisional rivals are rare and often controversial, generating scrutiny, debate, and a storm of public reaction. Yet Jackson, with his rare combination of athleticism, vision, and improvisation, is uniquely positioned to redefine these conventions, making this rumored leap not only a football story, but a cultural moment. Behind closed doors, agents and executives reportedly navigate a complex web of contractual negotiations, incentive structures, and legacy considerations, all while feeding the rumor mill with carefully curated leaks that maintain suspense and fan engagement. Social media threads explode with breakdowns, highlight reels, and imagined game scenarios, as analysts and enthusiasts speculate on everything from offensive synergy to defensive adjustments. The rumor has transcended traditional sports coverage, creating a layered, immersive narrative where speculation, expectation, and emotion collide, captivating audiences across multiple platforms. Every whisper, cryptic comment, and leaked detail magnifies anticipation, reinforcing the sense that the football world is on the brink of witnessing an unprecedented, transformative chapter in NFL history. The excitement, tension, and speculation continue to mount, fueling what may become one of the most talked-about storylines of the decade. Further reports suggest that the potential impact of Lamar Jackson joining the Steelers extends beyond the field, influencing marketing campaigns, merchandise sales, and the broader fan culture surrounding both franchises. Rumors indicate that executives are already considering initiatives to maximize the excitement generated by Jackson's presence, from social media strategies to community engagement efforts, turning what could have been a typical off-season transaction into a league-wide spectacle. Analysts predict that the Steelers could leverage Jackson's dual-threat capabilities to diversify offensive schemes, create unpredictable formations, and inject a level of dynamism previously unseen in the franchise's modern era. Meanwhile, Baltimore fans are reportedly experiencing a mix of heartbreak, frustration, and fascination as speculation continues to dominate discourse and social media platforms, transforming every update into a viral event. Fantasy football participants, too, are scrambling to reassess strategies, player valuations, and projections, further amplifying the ripple effects of this rumor. Media outlets are inundated with commentary, analysis, and speculation, often bordering on dramatization, as each report, whether confirmed or not, adds to a growing tapestry of intrigue, debate, and suspense. This combination of athletic potential, narrative drama, and strategic uncertainty has elevated Jackson's rumored move to a level of anticipation that transcends standard sports news, positioning it as a defining storyline for the season. The story has also reignited long-standing debates about loyalty, rivalry, and the evolving nature of NFL careers, as observers weigh the implications of a star quarterback moving to a divisional rival. Analysts argue that Jackson's alleged decision could redefine perceptions of player agency, team strategy, and the emotional investment of fans, creating a meta-narrative that intertwines personal ambition with broader league dynamics. Rumors suggest that management teams are delicately balancing competitive advantage with narrative control, carefully calibrating the flow of information to maintain suspense, intrigue, and media attention. Every cryptic comment, subtle leak, or insider hint fuels speculation, providing endless fodder for podcasts, highlight reels, and fan discussions. Social media engagement has reached unprecedented levels, with fans analyzing, predicting, and dramatizing every potential scenario, highlighting the cultural impact of Jackson's rumored move. The story has become more than a trend. Finally, whispers surrounding Lamar Jackson's potential arrival in Pittsburgh are transforming the offseason into a spectacle that blurs the lines between rumor, reality, and legend. Reports suggest that every decision, negotiation, and leaked detail is being magnified and interpreted through a lens of intrigue, drama, and speculation, elevating what could have been routine transactions into an epic narrative that captivates audiences across generations. Analysts are constructing elaborate scenarios, projecting offensive strategies, and debating the potential integration challenges of a quarterback whose dual-threat capabilities challenge conventional norms. Fans are dissecting every play, tweet, and headline, creating a feedback loop that sustains excitement, amplifies rumor, and fuels social media frenzy. The cultural impact extends beyond football, sparking debates about legacy, rivalry, loyalty, and the evolving dynamics of star power in professional sports. Every whisper, cryptic insider remark, and imagined highlight adds layers to a narrative that feels cinematic, unprecedented, and electrifying, ensuring that attention remains riveted on Jackson's rumored move. Whether it materializes or not, the story has already cemented itself as a defining moment of the NFL season, a saga of speculation, anticipation, and sheer spectacle that captures the imagination, engages communities, and dominates conversations in a way few sporting narratives ever achieve. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.